Hey, I'm Jeremy Galloway, NPC bodybuilding competitor. Today I want to talk a little bit about proteins and foods that we get proteins from. Not necessarily just food that you can use as a bodybuilder trying to put size on, all that's kind of what I focus on, but also just foods that you can eat if you're trying to eat healthier, lean up, those kind of things. You're going to want to go to get your protein from certain sources. Obviously protein is important, as we've talked about before in some of my other videos, for building muscle and retaining muscle and things like that. When I'm prepping for a show, or whether I'm in the off season and trying to bulk in a clean way versus eating a bunch of junk food and things like that, I'll eat a lot of the similar type meats that are out there to get where I get my sources of protein at. Some of the staples, especially like in the off season, that I eat, obviously I do one of the staples of bodybuilding food, chicken. I buy it in bulk because I eat a ton of it. I probably eat 7-8 pounds of chicken a week in the off season. I like to trim the fat off of it so that way I can get what little fat that is on there off, and then wash it, and then I'll grill it on my grill because I prefer mine grilled. There's a million ways to do chicken, but that's obviously one of the healthier, tasteful ways to do it. The other thing that I like, and I eat a lot of in the off season, I'll eat about 8 pounds of that as well, is lean ground beef. So I go 90-10, you can do 93-7, but I like the taste of the 90-10 a little bit more, and it's still a very lean cut of meat. Obviously it's a little bit more expensive, but like I said, eating healthier is a little bit more expensive. But I'll eat a lot of this in the off season. During that time, I'll eat mostly chicken and beef. I'll sprinkle in a little bit of fish here and there, like salmon and things like that, but I really don't do too much fish or anything like that in the off season. Now, when I switch to show prep, and I start with that, I'll still eat plenty of the chicken. I'll eat a lot of ground beef still for protein. I say a lot, but I'll have it with a couple meals, usually, but in smaller amounts. And then I start eating a lot more fish in there as well, particularly tilapia. I eat a lot of tilapia in my prep diet. It's really light fish, so to me, it's obviously not one of my favorites, but it's because it's light and it doesn't necessarily fill me up a lot, and it's kind of bland tasting to me. But I do it because of the protein I can get out of it, and it's a very, very lean meat, so it fits into my show prep very well. Now, for breakfast, one of the things that I like to, obviously, there's a staple with your protein powders and things like that. But I like to do a couple different things, especially depending on how many I have and how many I eat in the morning. But I'll do a combination of whole eggs, and then I'll do a combination of egg whites. So right now in the off season for breakfast, I'm having basically 3 whole eggs, and then 230 milliliters of the liquid egg whites, which works out to be about 8 eggs. So if you measure that out, but as we go closer to prep, I'll start using less and less of the eggs, the whole eggs. I'll be doing more egg whites and things like that. So that's kind of a breakdown on where I get my proteins from. There's also other things depending on the snacks that you eat, things like that, depending on what your meal plan is or what you're trying to do. Peanut butter is a great source of protein. It's got the good fats in there, so that way you can eat, you'll be getting some of the fats that you need, but not the bad fats that we talked about in some of my other videos. Of course, then you'll have supplements and things like that where you can get protein from as well, which I'll talk about that a little bit more. But for a bodybuilder that's looking to put size on, or even, like I said, if you're someone just trying to lose weight and eat healthier, you're going to want to you need protein in your diet, and some of the best places to get it are some of the lean cuts of meat that are out there, like we talked about today. Like if you like ground beef, do the leaner ground beef, at least 90-10. You can do chicken, you can do ground turkey. I don't do much ground turkey in my diet right now, but you can do that and you get 93-7, and it really tastes great. In fact, that's one of my favorite ones to eat. I just haven't worked it into this meal plan a lot. But you've also got your salmon, you've got tilapia, anything like that, whitefish, that kind of stuff. Those are all going to be great sources of lean protein for you. So if you're looking to gain weight, you're looking to put size on, Obviously, you're going to want a lot of this. If you're looking to lose weight, trim down, you're going to fill your diet with lean meats like this as well, as opposed to the fattier kinds of protein that are out there, like your sausages and things like that. So when you're setting up your meal plan, hopefully, if you have staples like this in there, that'll be able to help you reach the goals that you're looking for, whether you're looking to just gain weight, lose fat, or prep for a show, or put size on just for making yourself feel better in the gym. Hopefully this helps you guys out. We'll have another video here soon. We'll talk about carbs and important places to get those, and then also supplements as well. Thank you very much.